Ask consumers in your area as well as your own customer who they buy from or which service that they use. So in as much as people are entering your shop and buying or are using your services, you're offering services to them, you should also be in a position to ask them, who are you buying from? Where are you buying from? What's happening? It will help you to identify your competition. You also need a word of mouth. Word of mouth is often the best way to tell the success of other business. So when you ask them, sometimes when you're just neutral and you ask them who's selling clothes, they'll tell you, oh my God, next door they've got someone who's selling nice things. So word of mouth is often very important because it shows you the successful people that are there, especially with women. They can be able to describe to you how that person is doing and everything. And then you will learn to understand what other people are doing. This may review customers' logic behind choosing your product or service. So when you ask the customers, where are you buying this? And they'll tell you, maybe it's not from you. It can also help you to see why they are going there. Because they explain maybe sometimes to say the staff is so friendly, or maybe they can tell you that their things are so affordable, or they can tell you that we can do lay-bys. They can tell you different things. So it is very important then to listen to the word of mouth and ask how others are doing. This will help you and see the areas where you need also to improve. Determine if your market or industry is growing or shrinking. This is very important. You need to know if your market is growing or it's shrinking. You know, with time, there are some markets that reach the declining stage and the maturity stage and they never walk up again. That's the same. So you need to know if your industry is growing or it's shrinking. It is important to figure out not only how well your company is doing, but all companies like yours. How are they performing? If you are in events, how are they doing it? Is this growing, this market, or it's already shrinking? In as much as you might be doing well, but what is going out there? What is going on there? Just imagine people were selling newspapers. Now you can tell if this market is going to grow or shrink because people are now able to download their newspapers online to see the current news. So in as much as you would want to pursue that field, you need to know, is it growing or it's shrinking? Which other ways can you also do so that you can improve yourself? So it's very important to know. You may also need to redesign the products and services you offer if they are becoming obsolete. So you see that sometimes you are designing the same thing, but they are deteriorating. They are no longer attractive. Your brand is no longer looking as good as it used to look before. So you might need to consider to rebrand and re-strategize the way that you are doing your business. This will help you to expand. So redesign, rebrand. I'm glad I'm talking about this when we are about to finish the year. We are in November. Some of you might need to consider rebranding some of the things and the way that you market your products and everything. There is maybe a call for redesigning everything. Maybe some of you're using the wrong colors and everything. Maybe this is the time that you need to redesign as you are dealing with competition. Remember, if you don't rebrand, if you don't redesign, you expire and people will not come to you. So you need to be on your toes every time to check, am I moving with time? Are people not changing? This kind of logos, are they not changing? What is trending? What should I do in order to improve my business? What are the advantages of competition? So competition is not bad. We said it's just an act of doing business. So what you need to do is to see what are the advantages of having competition. We said your competitor is not your enemy, but it's that person that will help you to thrive in business, to make sure that there's excellence, because they always make sure that they do something better. So you are always also doing something better than them. So you need to know the advantages of competition. Avoiding competition keeps you on your toes. Avoiding complacency. You need to know that you won't stay ordinary. You won't do the same thing, the usual thing every time. Competition will keep you on your toes. It will improve you. It will grow you. It will make you change each and everything when you're waking up, you're looking forward to anything some tips, other things that you can do to make your brand or your business better. It's developing competition. It helps in developing self-awareness. Rivals force you to assess your strength and your weakness. People who are competing with you, your rivals, they make you assess your strength and your weakness. So competition will help you to do that SWOT analysis to see what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what are your opportunities that are there. So without competition, sometimes you might not see the areas that you are lacking and your weaknesses. But when the competition is there, you can then see the way that this person is doing. I think I'm not good with advertising. Oh, I think my packaging is not well. Oh, I think this is not well, and I need to do it in a better way, because your competitor is showing that they have got a strength in that. So it helps you to look at your strength and your weakness and try and perfect those weaknesses so that your business can grow. It's forming unexpected partnership, creating alliances with like-minded people. So competition will push you to create unexpected partnerships. It will help you to create alliance with like-minded people. So as you are trying to grow your business, it's gonna force you to create some alliances, to network and do something better with people who are like-minded like you, so that you can remain up on the game. So mutual learning, you learn from your competitor and improve. So competition will also help you to get that, to learn. You learn from them and you improve. We say you don't copy and paste, but you compare and adjust. So you'll be just comparing from your competitor, then you adjust from your side, and you see that whatever that you're doing, you have learned. So you need someone to learn from, making competition a very good thing. Planning long term, you start planning to achieve more than your day-to-day achievements. So competition will help you to plan each and every day, to plan more, to achieve more, to do more. Because of competition, it pushes you. Human beings cannot change without pressure. Sometimes pressure is necessary, because it will push you to improve yourself, to see each and every day, even if it's targets that you are hoping to achieve, to say I'm going to do more each and every day because of competition. Prioritizing a customer needs. Competition will teach you to prioritize your customer. Why? Because you and your competitor, you are targeting the same audience. You want to get revenue from the same audience. You want to get profits from the same audience. So what do? If you have the same targeted audience, you need to do a customer service that is better than anyone else. So that means it will help you to prioritize your customers' needs. Competition, instead of focusing on outsmarting the competition, focus on prioritizing the customer. This way you establish your customer loyalty. So in as much as you would want to stay on the game, customer becomes your priority. So when customer is a king, when customer is everything, when you're going to take good care of them, it means they are going to also enjoy your services, and also they are going to make sure that they will talk about you everywhere, which will make your revenue, your profits to grow. So competition is good. You are often the biggest competitor. You should not completely ignore your competition, but the biggest battle happens inside your office. So in as much as you have your own competitors that are around, you are your biggest threat. You need to know that it's not about just fighting with people, but it's about also fighting with your own self, having your own self, competing with what is within you. It is very important. Startups come down to pure execution of a strategy on a daily basis and maintaining the faith of the long haul. So on your own now, you need to have that faith, to maintain that long faith. You need to believe in yourself. You need to know that other people might disturb you, like what you may think, but the biggest threat in your life, it's you. You need to deal with your own self and compete against your own self in order to be able to be productive and to do more. You are your own biggest threat. Most companies don't lose to competition, but because they lose the will to fight. Most companies, they don't even fight. They don't even take competition as something that might improve them. So what do? They lose that will to fight and just leave everything. So on your own, you need to be able to handle competition, and you need to know that it starts with you. You are your own competitor. You are your biggest strength. You need to develop your own self, and before you see other people as threats, what are you doing to improve your business? So thank you so much for joining us tonight as we were talking about competition. We are going to continue on type of competitors that we have and other things that we need to healthy competition, things that we need to be careful on so that we might not end up at the end of the day losing our businesses. So as I leave you tonight, I just want you to know that a competitor is not an obstacle, but is there to sharpen you, to make you grow, to make you big, and to make you expand. Is there to also keep you on your toes so that you continue to prioritize your customers, continue to offer better services. So you would rather learn more about your competitors so that you can do a better job than them. And then at the end of the day, you will have more profits. Your revenue will increase because you would have known how to deal with competitors. Thank you so much.